Oh, good morning, everyone, and welcome. We are going live today on Facebook and YouTube for this wonderful Monday, December 22nd. Lovely to have all of you out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Thank you ever so much for joining us, as always, on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays when my sewing room goes live at 10:30. And of course, I'm Sandy. I just want to say thank you to all the people who do join us regularly, those who give us all their likes, their loves, share us with everyone, and also leave comments. I love the comments. They give us some purpose, direction, and some idea of how things are going, which way you want to go, and telling me some things that you might wish to learn on either Facebook or YouTube. For the people who are on Facebook, think about joining us on YouTube as well. You do our subscribe to our little YouTube station, mysewingroom.ca, D-O-T-C-A. All of our videos and things and lives are kept there on YouTube permanently. So if you are on it, great, you can see everything. If you're on Facebook, try and watch them on YouTube because they stay there. On Facebook, we're only there and stay there for a short time, and then they are removed by Meta. Anyways, that is my story, but thank you ever so much for being a part of our Facebook and YouTube programs at My Sewing Room. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so just to let you know, happy winter solstice. Yeah, it happened yesterday. You got it for happy solstice for 2025. Good morning, Glenda. Yes, she says burr. It is burr. We are probably at our daily high today, so it is kind of chilly out there. I had to bring sweaters for today. I'm telling you, oh, she was cold. Yes, and so happy winter solstice. From here on in, it turns and goes the other way, so we're happy to hear that we'll have more sunshine eventually. Also, good morning, Ruth. Good to see you. I want to tell you that there's only 3 sleeps till Christmas. Oh, my. Okay, so I'm hoping that everybody has their tree up and decorated, all their presents bought and wrapped, all the groceries done and stocked in the cupboards, and everything is lovely and ready to go. I still have some, I keep telling everybody, I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done. Only a few more stops. I have a few more stops. Yes. Eventually we will be ready for it. It's just not today. Anyways, I'd like to do a shout out to those people who have been watching us so diligently on Facebook and YouTube, and thank you all very much for that as well. Special shout outs to Sandy A, Ruth C, Lana T, Michelle G, Helen O, Glenda I, Carol Ann F. There's Helen on there too. Good morning, Helen. First full day of winter. Yes, it is. All right, continuing shout outs for Carol Ann F, Nancy C, Carol D, who I talked to on the phone this morning, Heather M, Rose L, Barb M, Teresa W, Annette W, Vivian H, Eva W, Loanne F, Shauna C. So thank you guys for watching. It's just a pleasure to be here. All right, here we are, 3 sleeps till Christmas. So what's happening at my sewing room this week? Oh, well, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, all viewers of all ages, tomorrow on Facebook will be the 12th day of Stitchmas. So if you have missed the first 11 days of Stitchmas, you can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays since about the middle of November, doing the 12 days of Stitchmas with My Thimble Gave to Me. So tomorrow is the last day. We'll recap all of the days, introducing you to the 11th day. And I got to tell you, my thimble has just been absolutely wonderful to me. So tomorrow, Tuesday, 10:30, the last of the 12th day of Stitchmas. All right, also this week, we are here today, which is Monday and Tuesday at our regular times, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. However, on Wednesday, the 24th, my sewing room is only open 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are closing early for Christmas on Christmas Eve. We are then closed Thursday, December 25th for Christmas Day, and Friday, December 26th for Boxing Day. So that is our early day, our stat holiday, and just a day because Anne loves us, I think. I don't know. Anyways, we are back open on Saturday, December 27th at our regular 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right, so that's what's happening this week at the store. May I say, though, that we're getting close to the end of December. Good morning, Joanne. How are you? We are getting close to the end of December, so that means some of our sales are ending. So let me just remind you of the one that I think is the most fun this month. Accessory of the month for December from Bernina is all Bernina and Bernette presser feet are 25% off, and that's right up till we close December 31st. All right. And I have been bringing to you our picks for the month from the staff, and a few of our listeners have joined in to let me know what their favorite food is. I know we've had a few. Number 71, 44, 46, number 50. Well, we haven't talked about that one yet. And then number 16 is our favorite foot today. This would be Fern's favorite foot. And surprisingly, Bernina does not always do this, but they have two number 16 feet. And these are them. These are the gathering feet. And I just want you to have a look at the difference between the two. One is much wider. Whoop, wants to fall over all the time. They kind of look like little duck bills. But number 16 for the 5 millimeter is smaller than the number 16 for the 9 millimeter. And what's fun about these is that they have a little opening here, so you can actually do your gathering of the fabric onto the material in one step, because the first fabric will go underneath the foot, the other one goes into that switch, and then you sew it and gather it as it goes. Let's find out more about that wonderful number 16 foot. I thought it was kind of interesting. It is useful for making ruffles for clothing and home decor projects, as well as specialty techniques such as heirloom sewing and imitation smocking. And the foot is to gather light and medium weight fabrics in one-step process as it moves under the needle. So you can see that the sole of the gathering foot and the bed of the machine do not rest evenly, because you can see there's a little bump there. So that means that the one fabric's riding here, but the second one rides in the groove and things. So it's unbalanced and causes the fabrics to feed unevenly under the foot, resulting in the gathered stitch. Isn't that cool? So there it is. It comes in two versions. Look how it's so cool. It comes in two versions. As we say, the original was made for the 5.5 millimeter, and then they made a 9 millimeter one. So there they are. Aren't they wonderful? And it's important. This is for a straight stitch, and the width's of course 0. Center position. Woohoo! And let's see what else it can do. So it does a lot of gathering. Really cool. And it shows how the one fabric flies underneath, the other one is through the groove, and you can do some simple shearing with it, and this kind of puffing, which is really interesting. And what I find really interesting is this book. It is the Big Book of Feet, a guide to Bernina presser feet and accessories. Now, a lot of you will say, but I don't have a Bernina. But you might have a gathering foot. So the information in this book will pertain to any machine who has one of these kind of feet. And so it's always worthwhile having that book and knowing what is going on. So just to recap, today's favorite foot by Fern was the number 16 gathering foot, and it is 25% off until December 31st. Woohoo! Good job, Fern. Nice foot. I'm glad you picked that one. All right, a couple of other things to just keep in mind, of course. 31st is sneaking up on us very quickly. It's only a week and a bit away. And so that would be the last bit of time for the Bernina Wish Book for 2025 and for the creative gifts for the magical holiday season from Brother. So those two things, keep in mind, will only go until December 31st, 2025. All right, so let's leave the sales for a second and let's talk about that pre-order. Woohoo! You too can pre-order today Tilda's Songbird. And look at the beautiful colors it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And these pre-orders are available right now. They're on our website, so you need to go to mysewingroom.ca and find Songbird and then put in a pre-order. So by pre-order, that means that you're telling us what you need, and we will then run it through the till to collect your money and then save your order. So when the Songbird by Tilda releases in January to us, we can get all those orders cut and ready for you and ready for pickup, because they're not allowed to be going out until February 1st. So get your pre-order for the Songbird now and get started on thinking about spring on this cold day. All right. Now, what else is happening? Well, Miss Julie and Dawn and Anne have been gathering up some of our fun things in the store, finding all sorts of interesting things to put on half price. So at the very front of the store, when you walk in, there's a big round table, and they've been concentrating things that you might like to see as gifts for Christmas, stocking stuffers. Some of it is regular price. Others are 50% off, and you'll notice they'll have a little 50% off sticker and it says 50% off. All right, so anyways, check that out, because we're adding new items to that every day, and that's right at the front of the store. All right, well, I didn't have too much to tell you today. Just wanted to let you know about the foot of the month for Bernina, some of the sales that are going on, the pre-orders, and whatnot, and that tomorrow will be our last Facebook for this week, Tuesday, and we'll be doing the 12th day of Stitchmas. Okay? All right. I'm so glad you joined me. I have a joke for you on your way out. Are you ready? What do you call a skeleton that goes out in the cold? A numbskull. I know, I told that one to my husband, and I just can't, I have to tell everybody. And it just so happens to work out really well for the cold weather we're doing right now. So if that skeleton stepped out right now, he would be a numbskull. Anyways, thanks everybody. It's a pleasure as always to come and talk to you with only 3 streets to Christmas. It's so exciting. So tomorrow, join me Tuesday at 10:30 for the 12th day of Stitchmas. I'll be pleased to sing you a song one more time. All right, everybody, stay warm, stay safe. We're here all day if you want to draw